Actually, talking about the systems, it's quite well. It's kind of sad a little bit because in those countries like Russia or China or Korea or I don't know France, Italy, the national teams they come more often together. They have national camps. They train, but the American
It's much more centralized system.
Yeah, because you have everything there for you. I mean, facilities, everything is set. You don't have to worry about anything. In the United States, it's a little bit different because many coaches whether have own business or they're hired, and the moment you're not working, you're not making money, and so. And the moment you leave your club, whether to be just with your fans at some events, at some tournaments or camps, then the parents they're becoming unhappy. They say, "Oh, we need coach," and so it's a little bit complicated. And there are only few people in the United States, few coaches, good coaches, great coaches, who are blessed, and they may leave, they can leave, and they leave the club and without any consequences. And it's good for them, of course, and for their students. But it's quite, complex the problem. And I sincerely don't know how it's going to be in the future with US fencing, but definitely because so many coaches coming into US after every Olympic Games and great champions from the past, and even now I know after this Olympics a couple more coaches gonna come. So that's why US, the all styles actually they're like a melting pot. US is a melting pot. The same with the fencing. You see so many great coaches of fencers up here in the convention center, and I mean definitely you can see the result. US fencers, especially cadets and juniors, especially cadets, they're just best in the world because many of them just train so hard and they're so good, and then they're off to college, and it's the coach can just cry and hurts your heart because you give your heart, you work with this guy maybe 5, maybe 10 years, and he just goes to college and you can see, oh my God, he could have been like Olympian and make medals. And that's where the biggest problem. And there are only few crazy kids who continues their fencing journey, and they stay and they graduate and they anyway fence and they have possibility, to continue, and they're one of the best in the world. Look at this, like the men's foil team, the team is great. The women's foil, both girls qualified. I mean, the other weapons as well. I mean, it's amazing, but it's all on. It's like I call it. It's all. It feels like it's a private project. That's where the problem, in other countries, you don't have to worry about anything. You just go, everything's set. You just train. You go. You come back. Then it's like here. It's a little bit. It's for guys from national team, it's slightly easier, but to arrive there, that's a very hard road, and for parents as well.
Coach, one person who really fits the description that you just provided about foregoing the NCAA route and really focusing on making big things happen for themselves as a professional fencer and continuing all that work that they did throughout their young careers is really Rayson Bowden, who is now your student, coming from Dan Kellner in Brooklyn Bridge, now working with you. That's also kind of brought you into the senior men's team group with the top 4 guys, Coach Greg Macialis. What types of things do you hope to learn from Coach Macialis and the things that he's done both in San Francisco at his club and also with this team where he's got, several guys with James Andrew Davis of Great Britain, of course, Meinhardt and Macialis doing great things internationally?
Well, first of all, I was never engaged or approached actually by no one, the same Greg or anybody from USFA. So actually, it would be nice if someone would say, "Hey, Sergey, would you be just like at the camp, or just maybe consult, or maybe be with us, or arrange something?" Like I would be happy to help. But so far, it's as you mentioned, I'm just like a new guy over here, and
whose focus is of course on race.
I'm here at the Summer Nationals, so I'm just taking care of my students. But since I work with Ray, so he's at this camp now, and they train. I'm there to give him lessons, and I don't know. We'll see, because I don't go to Rio. It's because we didn't plan this. He just came recently, so we had no idea, and I had my arrangements already too. And so we will see how after Olympics. I really wish the guys they would win 1 or more medals even. It would be great for US fencing and other weapons too, because we need this. It's not non-commercial sport. It's not baseball. It's not basketball. And so every Olympic medal has a huge importance for us, for coaches, because we make medal, kids come into fencing clubs, they want to fence, and we can survive. We can, work and survive. Actually, that's actually correct word, I would say. And it's in every country. Trust me, every country in the world, whether France or Italy, it doesn't matter. If you do poorly at the Olympics, kids are not coming. And you see it. It's like 4 years later, you have no newcomers, no youngsters. So Olympics have a huge importance, and I wish US to have like multiple medals in the fencing events.